Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Josh. We are reviewing the Smith & Wesson Tactical Special, or Special Tactical. Yep, it's special and tactical at the same time, and in that order. Basically, it's got two opening methods, the flick of the wrist like that, and of course the standard thumb stud liner lock. And it has a very smooth action. I've used liner locks for years and years and years, and I mean, you can actually pretty much silently open it. That is a cool feature. I don't think any tactical operator would use a $20 knife, but if they did, this would possibly be considered just on that factor alone. It's rubber, it's dark, it has stainless steel. Unfortunately, it's not a very corrosion resistant stainless steel. The belt clip is also not very good, but it works. It's just really flimsy. So flimsy I thought it was aluminum at first, but I actually hit it with the magnet and it's not. It's just a very, very smooth Teflon coated stainless steel. It does have the 3 screws, so at least it's mounted well. This ugly little through screw button, basically that's what's holding the locking mechanism together. This hideous looking black plastic ringed nut, which, I mean, kind of kills the aesthetics of the knife if you're worried about how it looks. You can open the knife offhand like that, as you can see, but it's a right hand only knife. The thumb stud's only on one side, the clip's only on one side, obviously the liner's only on one side, but that is rarely ever done ambidextrous. It has a lanyard hole. I don't really care much for those, and this is a plastic handled knife, so putting a lanyard hole through this inexpensive looking plastic might be a bad idea. It is pretty thick though, I'll give them that, and it's kind of sort of rubberized. It gives you a good grip. So when it's wet, cold, anything like that, that's going to be handy. It has a decent amount of screws through it, but most of them appear to be only on one side. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, plus those screws, and yes, the screws that hold the handle on usually are part of the structural integrity of the knife, as sad as that sounds. And of course the through screw, and then you only have 2 on the off side. Just on function alone, it functions very well. I'm very impressed with that. I mean, you can buy this knife for as little as $10 at different websites. Let's see how good the cut test works. We broke this thing out of the box, and it actually had a tiny little bit of corrosion on the blade, and it was causing it to fail on the cut test, so we had to redo them. Basically, you have to clean the blade off before you can even cut anything with it. Almost. Okay, well, I made it through 2 pieces and a half. There we go. A very short stroke. I don't know what happened there. It did just go through 4 pieces of paper. And again. So this knife is very sharp. It's just not the best sharpening job ever. And as ridiculous as that might sound to you, if you've ever sharpened your own knives, you know what I'm talking about. You can make a knife sharp without making it perfectly smooth. Let's go ahead and weigh this knife. We measured it earlier. It was about 3.5 inches. And it is 3.38 ounces. So it's not light or heavy, but it is a rather large knife, and with a robust blade length. And of course it has the hand groove, if you will. So your whole hand basically sucks into this knife. Makes it a bit more safe. And let's see just how good the lock really is. It feels very good. Nothing actually moved on this whole knife when I put most of the strength of my hand into it. Basically to simulate, I don't know, stabbing something with it. Or slashing if you don't know how to use a knife properly and you think you're going to slash with a little tiny knife like this. All you're going to do is mess your wrist up. But anyway, the lock worked, did not fail, didn't even quiver hardly. I'm going to actually rate this knife a little bit higher than I was going to earlier. There's a couple of ugly parts about it, but I mean, it's a pocket knife. It's a folder. It's a tactical folder. It's not your prom queen. You know, it doesn't have to be beautiful. I'm going to rate this a 3.5 out of 5. There are a couple of material problems I don't like. The cap. I'm really not sure about the handle. Don't like this pocket clip. I'm guessing it's just a cheesier version of their normal pocket clip, because the pocket clip on the Bullseye I reviewed was great. It was very heavy duty, and this one's very cheesy. It has a sufficient amount of screws, so I think it'll be a fairly durable knife. The 400 series stainless is decent. Again, I don't know which one of the 400s it is, but they're all pretty good. The liner locks even when you only open it slowly like that. And I don't know if you can see that, but the engagement plane is very good. Very, very good. And it's not prone to getting stuck on the far side either. This is a well-made knife. 3.5 out of 5. This was Josh reviewing the the Smith & Wesson CKT-AC BSD, also known as Special Tactical. This is a nice knife. I would recommend it. It has the Tin Man CR1 thumbs up. Okay, everybody. We're signing out.